Lindsay Conrad, your mortgage chef, coming to you Mortgage Chef Live with Leslie Huffman from Russell Real Estate. Hi.
Hi, how are you, Lindsay?
Good to see you. I'm so happy to see you. You are way away from home. I'm so glad you came out here, though.
It's not that bad. It was like 38 minutes.
Oh, good. That's not too bad. It's nice to come out here all the time.
Yeah.
We could do it every day. No, well, it's good to see you. We've worked together for a long time. We've known each other.
Yeah, I think we've worked together since I first started in 2016.
Yeah, it's been a little while. It's kind of funny. Like the first time I think I met you in person was like a family event. Like because
So it was a wedding.
Family. Yes.
It was
I'm like,
Pearl and Sean's wedding.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, where did she look from here? And it was like the one person that actually looks like the picture. You actually got that right. You know, usually it's like the 1981 haircut with like it's coming up here, but I was like, honestly,
yeah. And it was a backyard wedding.
It was a backyard wedding.
Speaking of, I'm selling the house. The wedding.
Winner. Yeah, I posted that to Facebook. So yeah, if this is up real quick, buy that house because it's up. It's really nice.
Yeah, this home, the average utility, they only have to pay electric, and their average bill is only $100 a month all year, even running the air conditioning.
Oh my God, that's amazing! I need to get that. I might move out there. Jeez, at this point, my God, I saw my bill the other day.
Gas bill?
Oh yeah, both of them. I was like, okay, let's. We have inflation on this too. I mean,
yes.
First it was eggs, now it's this. Like,
I should have brought you eggs.
Oh, I know.
I should have brought you fresh
Is it the gold? It's like gold.
180 of them.
It's like a diamond now. It's not even eggs anymore. It's crazy.
Well, and mine are the good eggs because they're the good fresh brown eggs.
I like those. Those are the good ones. Yeah. Well, so today we're going to go over just some fun stuff that we were kidding about, but I have some like real estate questions for you. We'll talk about some other fun stuff like just life stuff and just kind of go with it. But like first question I was thinking about for you, like what's been the most satisfying moment while you've been a realtor? Like, so you've been a realtor for a while. You and I have worked together a while. I know how you do things, and I like how you do things because a lot of people don't do things the way you do. We'll talk about that in a second. Like, but what's one of the satisfying moments like as a realtor you had?
Helping people become homeowners. People who never thought it would be a possibility for them. To be able to actually achieve that dream of owning a home. And also, my most satisfying moment also was being top listing agent, top selling agent, and top 25 in my company this year.
That's awesome.
For last year. So that was my first time ever walking out with all those awards.
I know. I thought you was like, whose awards does she hold? You got every one of them.
I did.
The whole thing. That's cool.
That was really exciting because I've seen many years since I was first licensed in 2016. Other people get those awards, and it was my turn.
All that hard work is paying off. I mean, seriously, all the hustling, all the late nights, running around, kids yelling, and you having to go do stuff. I mean, it's working. So keep going.
Yes, definitely a lot. It can be a lot with 4 kids, and they're all in sports, and they keep me busy.
That's for sure. Yeah. Well, I got to tell you though, even with all that going on, we've done some crazy ones. We did. With one we were talking about earlier, the guy that had the dogs and the kennel and everyone hung up on him. I mean, literally, I think that you've done some loans and some houses and put people in situations that sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is going to work. But then you're the person that's pushing to see if it will. And that's what's needed. And I wish more people would do that. I mean, again, I can't do that because I'm not the realtor. But some of these times I'm like, are we pushing hard enough on this stuff? It's like.
Well, and I think a lot of people don't realize that if they don't necessarily have all the funds, that we can find a way, find a house that's in your budget, and we can get that money to help you with your closing costs. Especially right now, it's been a lot easier than what it was the beginning of last year.
Okay,
we're seeing more FHA buyers and USDA buyers, and they actually stand a chance in the market right now.
Finally, my gosh, that was a little bit of a nightmare for a while, but I'm with you. But like we did one that was like a foreclosure and nobody would do it. We did it a while ago, but it was like a year ago. We did one and the water was not for everything, but you got it figured out. We did.
The water wasn't
I think it was like we had to send it to Freddie Mac or something. Like you had to submit the contract weird. I don't know.
I think I remember having to go and turn water on.
Yeah,
and show that the water was running.
That's what we had to do. Like you got it done for the appraisal, but like nobody does that. What I'm trying to say. I mean, maybe you do out there. If I'm doing it, shame on me for saying that. But I just have seen like multiple times where you've gone above and beyond, and like the clients still realize.
Hire my husband out to fix a repair for
that's amazing, though. But I mean, he can do it, and he's a contractor. He's fantastic. He's a builder. He knows what's going on with it. So I'd rather have the professional come too. oppose that. But I'm saying though that I appreciate the fact that you go above and beyond for people when they think it's like I'm not going to even try it. You're like, well, wait a second. Let's at least explore it. It seems like when you do that, like good things happen though. It's like,
yeah. And I mean, I appreciate the fact you guys go above and beyond as well to help people with repairing their credit, to get them to where they need to be so we can make it a smooth sailing, easy process. The last loan that we just did for the Smiths, she was so cute because she's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm not hearing from anybody. And I'm like, if you're not hearing from anybody, that's a good thing.
It's a win.
It's a smooth sailing deal. And it's because you guys work so hard to do all that underwriting beforehand. So we just have a smooth sailing process.
Yeah, we've been working on doing that even a little bit more thoroughly. I mean, we do like the pre-approval by looking at their W-2s, their pay stubs, all that stuff. But we're at a point now where we may underwrite some files before we actually even like do the pre-approval. So, I mean, not that it would hold you up in any way, but like,
but it makes things go easier and quicker because you're like, you never know what could pop up, or your wife has a credit card out there.
Yeah, surprise.
You don't know about
all those little things. We've had them all. I tell you, we've had some zingers, but between the two of us, I tell you, I feel like we've really done some good houses. We put people in some really good houses because after they're so excited, like we were not back to the gentleman that had the dogs, but like he still calls you. He calls me like,
he does, and
so cool.
He's such a nice guy and was bumping around from Airbnb to Airbnb and been taking advantage. Lost earnest money.
Multiples, right? Multiple earnest money.
And,
multiple lenders told him.
And we even had, one situation where he ended up purchasing my listing, but the one house that he wanted to see, I sent over his pre-approval, and because he was in a different state. He was in Georgia.
At the time, I
remember. He was in Georgia. And I was doing virtual everything, and he bought the house, started seeing it virtually. So I was going to go a little bit further down south to this other house that could have worked for what he was wanting to do.
Yeah.
I sent his pre-approval over, and because he's Indian in his name, and they basically shut us down and wouldn't let me see the property and said his clients didn't understand a virtual showing. I thought it was I thought it was so.
Is that racist?
And it's a fair housing violation.
Like seriously, all the above sucks with that. Like, and this guy turns out to be fantastic.
Oh, he's such a super nice guy. He would board my dogs for free for me.
I mean, it's seriously, he has a cool dog. It's like he raises cool dogs. I mean, he's a tech guy, but like this is a side hustle. It's like cool.
He has one of his dogs is actually a trained cadaver dog.
No way.
Yeah, he did work helping somebody in like I think Detroit or something like that.
Oh wow, he was sending me some pictures. I was like, this is some cool stuff. We should. You know what? We'll get some pictures. We'll post them up. I'll see what that.
The dojo. Dojo dog. Yeah, and it's bred to kill wild.
I mean, let's in Texas, because Texas has a problem with that. I got some buddies in Texas. I mean, I like wild boar. If you have some extra you want to send up, Leslie and I are okay. Hey, we did last year. We did the cow, the half of the cow.
I know. I just filled my freezer.
Oh yeah, that was great though. That was a good hookup. I'm so glad you brought that up because we used that thing pretty quick. It was nice. It was very, very good. So is it in front of your family?
No, it's my in-laws.
It's your in-laws.
The farm is right by where I live. Yeah. So I've been doing a lot with my boys do a lot, and they're taking steers to fair. Yes. So if you'll have to go to the gym.
Well, I just have to make sure I get the cool handle or put a little mortgage up on it. Oh, over here.
No, I gotta have to bring the boys up here in their cowboy boots and their hats, and they'll have to bring you made jerky.
Oh, even better for advertising. Oh, heck yeah, let's do it. We'll do that. We'll make further.
They work every Saturday at the barn, and they shovel all the manure and take care of it.
That's the best way. They're going to learn so much just from that. It's going to be excellent.
I think that's what's making them so strong for their wrestling and turning them into studs.
I see them killing it every time I see it. And I got to tell you, the haircuts are a winner. And I think it's the funniest thing.
They drive me crazy, but if they ever need to make weight, which I don't have any issues, I'm telling them they got to chop their hair off.
Chop the back off. They're going to be 3 pounds lighter on it.
I'm really surprised by the mullet comeback. It's not just kids. There's grown men rocking mullets like all over.
But they come out a little badass. Their mullets come out there and wrestle. I mean, they're doing it. They're working hard. So you got some good things going on.
Funny story though. My one son Liam was begging me, trim his sides. I need to trim his sides. I'm like, fine, I'll do it. And then he told me, just do the one on the top. So I did the one on the top.
Yeah.
It was so short. He cried for 3 hours.
Oh.
He looked like Joe Dirt. You know what I mean? He was like, "You're never gonna make it."
Oh my
I
God.
was like, well, maybe you learned your lesson.
Oh God, you could do video with him next to Joe Dirt or something. Now,
Oh my gosh. He was horrified.
funny. It'll be all right. His hair grows back.
It did grow back.
Yeah,
It's long now.
that's funny.
But yeah, so I see a promising spring with real
I
estate.
hope so.
I don't think people should wait around for spring. I think that they should list now. That way they don't have the competition.
Well, there's not many houses.
There's nothing. No, there's not a lot. The inventory is low. Even new build is down 20%.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Yeah. So if you're listening to this, call her to list now. Beat the market. I mean,
Yes.
are they selling for like at, below, or high above list? Like what's going on? Like what's the
It depends on the area, but I mean, definitely at
okay
or above.
Cool.
And depends on the condition of the property. I mean, that all plays a part.
And if they're selling and then they're buying, you're saying that they're possible to get seller concessions now. And
Absolutely.
okay, yeah, because that might be another thing. Because we get people all the time that call us, and the number one thing they say is, "Well, wait a second, I may not have but 3% down or 3.5% down or whatever down they need, but then they have to come up with closing costs as well."
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes it's.
I just had clients that we initially started with, I think, 5,000 seller assists to cover their closing costs.
Okay.
Then we were able, after home inspections, to get them an additional $3,400 to bring to the table. So we were able to get $8,400 in seller assists. So that left money in their bank account to make the repairs that were needed.
That's awesome. That can't be any better. I mean, hello, like before everyone's running the houses, not looking at them, not getting seller help, they're not fixing anything, and you're forced to buy it because 30 people were waiting in line outside there. It seems like that's not exactly the same case now. Huh?
No. I mean, there are some properties that do sit, but it's because of the condition, and there's just like I showed a house that it was not in good shape at all, and they're not qualifiable for FHA or USDA or anything like that because of the condition of the property. But it's still probably, even ones like that, you know, an investor could come in, buy it for $80K cash, turn it around, and sell it.
Later.
No, they have it listed for $150.
Whoa! We're gonna see that appraisal when it comes back, won't we? That'll be risk million, you know, like, oh boy, yeah, we've actually had that. That's something funny to bring up. So we've had a lot of people call us on appraisals. We've been lucky lately, knock on all the wood in the house, but some of the appraisers we've talked to said the housing values are directly correlated to that. So expect it to be a little bit more difficult to find comparables, and I think that that's probably coming too.
Oh, it is. Like the one house I listed, Greg and Susie's, I could not find the similar style house to find comps, but I could find other homes within the school district, because that's really where you got to focus. The value to me is in the school district, because each school district is totally different. Like looking at, Garrettsville versus Wyndham,
Sure, big difference.
A lot of people prefer Garrettsville schools because they're great schools. So I like to focus on school districts when pulling comps and not try to go further out. I mean, just hard.
So if people are like, people listening, watching, and they're like, I don't even know what my house is worth. I don't know like where it is. I mean, is my district paying more or less? Just because of the news anymore, everything is like negative, scary. The world's ending. I mean, we're ending one way or another. Every day it's something new. If it's not some illness we have some bomb or something coming, or aliens. I mean, I don't know what's next. But do we trust the news with the values of the house, or do they call you? Like, what do you suggest? I guess
I am not seeing crazy value changes in homes, even with the interest rates. It's not like the interest rates are 15% what they were in the 80s.
No.
So you can always refi. Even 6 months or a year down the road, if they come down, they can contact you, Lindsay, and
we're doing no lender cost refis too on that stuff. So it's like even better. And then the nice thing is, because we usually work with the same people, like I have past clients, we're not worried about it because we know you. So we're going to call you when it happens. So it's not like wait around. Then a lot of the places, what they do is they'll put them in the back of the bus. And they'll say, oh, well, we got 15 people that we just met. We're going to put them in front. I have a problem with that. Yeah. We've already worked together. We've done business together. They chose to work with you or I, because, they like us. And then now I'm going to put you in the back of the bus. That doesn't cut it for me. So we're putting them right in front of the bus, and we're staffed accordingly for the future.
Yeah, because I mean, even if it's 1%, that's a big difference.
Oh yeah, even 0.5% a lot of times. I mean, honestly, like it's going to be crazy. And again, I don't know when the rates go down, if they do, but everything's cyclical. Just like I honestly,
I think that they'll do something and drop them down before the coming election.
Yeah, I agree. That
I think they're
always
going to do
is.
something. They're going to do
Always.
something to make things better, a lot better
Always.
before the
And
election.
all of a sudden, I assure you, it wasn't all a huge mess. We're
Look at what I did.
And,
Gas is cheap.
better.
Interest rates are low.
and all they said, the eggs went from $6.99 to 69 cents. Like, what the heck? You all these back.
I have 200 eggs right
Yeah,
now.
I know.
I have eggs up to my eyeball.
Start selling those. I'll tell you what, we're here, buy a house. Here's a closing gift.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I appreciate you talking with us today. It's been fun seeing you. How do we get a hold of you? Like, what's your? Just give us your phone number out, just so they want to.
Oh, my number is 330-235-4275.
And if you want to find out what the value of your house is, see if they're selling or know anything, not just in the. Tell us areas too. I mean,
all over Northeast Ohio.
Okay, good. So she's got you covered. I'll tell you too. If you think that someone tells you no, call us. I mean, because at least let's
have a game plan and we can make it work. And then another thing, if you're nervous to sell and not have anywhere to go, more stuff is going to be coming on the market, and we can always work that in the contingency of a seller finding a home.
So what was she saying is that if you're closing on the 31st, you don't have to maybe move out that exact day and overlap. There's options to figure. What I mean is we can figure it out.
And people can be patient and wait to close until you find a property that you want to move.
So you won't be homeless living in the red roof 99% of the time we're hoping, unless you make a bad decision that we don't know about. Yeah. But we'll get a plan for you. Call us. It was good talking to you. Check us out. We'll see you soon.